In this video, we're going to talk about what happens to rents over time if you're a landlord and how that can have a big impact on your net worth. Okay, guys, so here's what we know. If you jump over to our website, you can see here median rents from 1940 went from $27 to $1,191. How much does median rent increase per year in the United States on average? Okay, what does that look like? Okay, so median rents increase around 3% per year. Some years are 12%, some years are 3.8%. Year over year growth, 3%. So let's see, factors, Biden administration, caps, yeah, we don't even want to talk about that. Increase rents 3% a year. I think it's more than that, but we're gonna run with 3%. Okay, what is median rent for a home in USA right now? I just want to show you where I'm getting some of this information. So, median rent according to Zillow is $2,000. Okay, we're just going to use that. Could be more, could be less. Again, that's not what's important. What's important is what's going to happen over these years. So I have another spreadsheet here. On another video, we talked about what happens to values over the years. So I'm just going to copy some of these details over by year just to help us out to make it a little bit easier. So this is the number of years, and this is the rent, okay? And this is the increase, okay? So the increase is gonna go up by 3%. Oops, 3%, and equals that times that. So $60. So next year it's going to be equals that plus that. Okay. Now we're going to bring this all the way down for 40 years. We're going to bring all of this down over 40 years. And we're going to bring this down over 40 years. Okay. And let's turn all of this into dollar amounts to make it just really simple for us to read. Okay. So, oh, I don't want this in dollar amounts. Bear with me. Okay. So, if you went and bought a house today, median house right now is around $400,000. Okay. It's going to vary drastically by area. So this is the median purchase. Median rents right now is $2,000. Okay, you'll need to work these specific for your area. You can use Investor's Edge software to help you with that and know what that is. But what happens to that $2,000? Well, 30 years from now, that rent that was $2,000 is $4,713. So if you could buy the property and with that $2,000 rent, you could pay, take care of it, do those things and hang on to that property. Come 30 years from now, your cash flow from this property is going to be $2,713 in addition to the $2,000 you're already getting. So in 30 years, if you got a fixed rate mortgage, 30 years from now, it is paid off. So you'd have $4,713 a month. Okay. So let's times that by 12 to annualize it. So that's $56,000 a year. What would you have to pay out of this? You're going to have to pay some repairs. You're going to have to pay taxes and insurance. But beyond that, that's all you're going to have. So let's say we plan on, I don't know, 10%, $5,000 a year, maybe for taxes, insurance, maybe another 10%. So you're looking at $46,000 a year that you're seeing as income from that one property. But as I've explained in some other videos, over that 30 years, that house has also tripled in value. So it's worth it to buy a property as long as you can cover the costs to purchase that property, meaning the purchase, making sure that you've got money to take care of any expenses that come along if the house needs repairs or anything else like that. Keep in mind, you can get a home warranty that can help out with a lot of those repairs. What I find is most people are worried about buying a house because of repairs. And what I would say is go talk to somebody that owns a house. or owns a house for 10 years or 20 years. Go talk to your grandma, grandpa, dad, whatever, cousin. Say, hey, have you owned the house for more than 10 years or 5 years or whatever the case is? Yeah. How much would you say you spend in repairs on this property? Not you put in a new basketball hoop, not that your wife wanted to paint or you wanted to paint or whatever the case is. What would you have to spend in this property in repairs to keep it inhabitable for a tenant? And you'll be surprised how low that number is. It's usually a few $1,000s a year, is what most people are looking at, unless there's a massive problem with like having to replace a roof where you may be $20,000, but that $20,000 is going to last for the next 30 or 40 years. So it's really $800 a year if it's amortized out. Okay, so when you look at this, what's going to happen with rents, just in, let's just put it here, in 24 years, okay, your rent will double. In 24 years, your rent will double. So if you can buy a property and take care of that, and the rent will cover all your expenses. When we talk about expenses, I plan 5% vacancy. I don't have that much. 5% repairs, 5% capital improvements. Okay, so if I'm doing this and I've got the 5%, we're gonna take this $200, or I'm sorry, $2,000 a month times 0.05, okay? So I've got $100 for vacancy, and I'm gonna just save that. I've got $100 for repairs, and I've got $100 for capital improvements, okay? So that's $300, okay? Then I'm going to have my payment. Depending upon how much money I put down, I'll have that payment. I'll also have taxes, and I'll also have insurance, okay? So let's just say that the taxes are, depending upon what state you're in, and this is a big deal as to where you're investing, but on average, I like to see taxes no more than 1 to 2 months of rent. So I would like to see taxes no more than $300 a month. Okay, insurance is probably somewhere between 30 and 50. I'm going to put 30. And then the payment is really going to depend on how good of a deal you buy, where you buy it, how much you're putting down, those types of things. So I don't want to factor that in. But 300, 600, 630. Okay, so of that $2,000 a month, 630 is going away. So 1370. So 1370 is what I would need to go into that property. So let's say that you're putting money down. Let's go over here. We're going to look at another calculator. This is a conventional mortgage calculator. Let's say we bought it for 400. Let's say you're going to put 20% down, so 320,000. If you don't have 20% down to put down, you need to watch some of the other videos on how to wholesale, how to do land deals, how to do 100% financing, buy something, fix it up. There's lots of things we can do. My annual taxes, I'm going to put, that's a little more than I want. Yeah, right about there is where I think it should be. And interest rate, sure, we'll just use it at 5%. So my principal and interest payment is going to be $1,718. So in this example, I'm going to have a deficit of $400. Now, that's not necessarily going to be a cash deficit, but vacancy, repairs, and capital improvements is like 300 of that. So this is coming close, but what if I can get this property for a little bit less? Let's say I get it for 360. 1876. Principal and interest payment is 1546, okay? Because I already have my taxes in there. Actually, I did that wrong. So 1546 is what my principal and interest payment is. I already have my taxes included in that, okay? So with this one, I'm about $200 off of having that. So I either need to get a little bit better of a deal, or I need to find a better way to increase rents. And one of the best ways that you can do that is by doing a hard money loan for the purchase, improve the value of the property, then refinance the property, because you will create more equity in that way. And that will make it a lot easier for these numbers to work as we're trying to make this happen for a long-term hold. But the big point of this is to make sure you realize over the long term, you are going to see at a 3% increase in 24 years, you are going to see your rent double. Over 30 years, you're going to see it more than double at a 3% increase. And so this is the thing that most people don't realize when it comes to real estate. It's a long-term game. It's all about buying and holding. It's not about how much money I can make today. It's about building lifetime wealth by holding real estate and letting the rents and the appreciation make money for you.